Beware the track you race today, for many trucks have gone astray. Crash one too many times, then dread the Backyard Scrapyard's risen dead. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Backyard Jam's Throttle Thriller 2023, hosted this year at the Backyard Scrapyard. Several jumps to navigate on today's track, and of course the scrapyard at the end will upset almost all trucks tonight, we think. Pray that you don't end up like the poor bodies that ended up on this track previously. And certainly don't disturb the graveyard in the middle.
This is destruction.
I'm not sure who that was, but let's take a look at the lineup of trucks in today's Throttle Thriller.
This is the end of the world.
Okay, we've got Gravedigger, Megalodon, Max DXX, Alien Invasion, Son of a Digger, Monster Mutt, Rottweiler, Pirate's Curse, Calavera, Scooby-Doo, Zombie, Swamp Thing, Velociraptor, Snakebite, Wolf's Head, The Mystery Machine, and Nightmare. All competing on the track tonight. It's looking to be an awesome show. All the spooky trucks, so many debuting trucks here on Backyard Jam for the first time ever. So we're looking forward to seeing them, and I believe it is the world debut of Swamp Thing in diecast form. Excited for that one also. Plenty to look out for on the track, as we've already discussed, but that shark, Megalodon's body in the middle there, designed to upset trucks further going into that final jump. And I'm not too sure, but the dirt crew look a bit suspicious tonight. I'm not sure if they're going to be a help or a hindrance, ready to pick up the parts of the bodies of the trucks that get left behind. Here is the bracket for round one of racing. Son of a Digger will take on Pirate's Curse. Calavera takes on Megalodon. Swamp Thing versus Gravedigger. The big names from the UK and America go head-to-head. Max DXX takes on Wolf's Head. Snakebite versus Alien Invasion. Zombie versus Scooby-Doo. Velociraptor versus Nightmare. But up first, we will see the Mystery Machine take on Monster Mutt, Rottweiler. There are the trucks lined up, ready for round one of racing. Looking very smart out there. Some new bodyworks out there. Some debuting trucks. Especially excited for Megalodon Fire, that looks awesome. Excellent stuff. We start round one then with the Mystery Machine. Can Mystery Incorporated solve the mystery goings on this track tonight? We will wait and see as they take on Monster Mutt Rottweiler, the big dog, ready to wreak havoc out on the track. Mystery Machine is in the far lane, Monster Mutt Rottweiler in the near lane. Let's go racing. It's even out of the gates for these two trucks. Over the jump they go. Rottweiler pulled ahead as Mystery Machine took a nosedive off of the first jump. And now upside down is Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And the Mystery Machine has taken a running jump up the school bus, right in front of one of the dirt crew creatures. Wouldn't stay there. A forward roll from the Mystery Machine sees it across the line, but Monster Mutt Rottweiler gets there first. They are going to take the win and move on to the next round. The Mystery Machine, zoinks, that was quite the run, but Monster Mutt Rottweiler takes them out. Up next, it's the one-time champion of summer season, Velociraptor, taking to the track. They're taking on newcomers Nightmare, this horse-themed night kind of creature. It looks very cool. Very excited to see it come down the track against Velociraptor. Nightmare in the near lane, Velociraptor in the far, ready to go racing once more. We're about to go green. It's Velociraptor with the whole shot, but a little bubble at the top of the track gets crossed up in no man's land and ends up on their lids. Both of the trucks, in fact, end up on their lids, and a school bus goes rolling over as well. What happened here? Velociraptor caught Megalodon, rolled it over straight into Nightmare, who then also rolls it. But Nightmare clears the line first, and they are going to go through. Velociraptor unlucky to go out in round one. They've won a championship in racing before, but not today. Nightmare, the rookies, they go on. Up next is a one-time event champion of Series Red. It is Barry Masawa in Zombie taking on Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Rookies to the course. They've been around for a little while, but haven't competed yet in Backyard Jam. Scooby-Doo, they're in the near lane. Zombie, a one-time champion in the far lane. They're hoping to recreate their racing win previously. Down the track they come, and it's Zombie out of the gates, very early lead. And I don't know if Scooby-Doo could catch them up, but Zombie ends up on their lid. Scooby-Doo stays on all four BKT tyres. Let's take a look at the slow-mo replay here. Zombie gets bobbled up on the last mogul, tries to land it, finds the cars in the scrap heap, and ends up on their roof. Unlucky, but they do go through. Scooby-Doo are out of the competition for today. They'll be heading home to Shaggy, tail between their legs. And now the Dirt Crew coming in to right Zombie, ready for the next round of racing. Up next to the track, it's newcomer Snakebite taking on another newcomer in Alien Invasion. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Two rookies, we don't know what to expect from either of them. They are on the track now. Alien Invasion is in the near lane and Snakebite over in the far lane. Neither side has been more dominant than the other so far on the track, so we will see what happens as we go green. Fast out of the gates of both trucks, Snakebite just pulling ahead, but Snakebite did not hold that lead for long. Alien Invasion seemed to come back at the end. They're now in a wheel stand in the scrapyard at the end of the track. Alien Invasion on their side. Let's take a look at the slow-mo replay. That is very close. A full barrel roll there from Alien Invasion. What a move from them. But Snakebite ends up on their tail, and I don't know who has won it. Let's take a look at this. The line is there, and there is just enough tyre across the line for Snakebite to take the win in round one. Most definitely the closest race of the evening so far. Alien Invasion out of the competition and out of luck really on their side. Dirt Crew coming in to try and get them back onto all four BKT tyres. There they go over, but they cannot refire that engine, so they are going to need to be carted off of the track. There they go. I dread to think what the Dirt Crew has planned for Alien Invasion. It's Snakebite, however, who goes through. At the end of the first half of round one, Monster Mutt Rottweiler, Nightmare, Zombie and Snakebite all make their way through to round two. Yet to race, we have Pirate's Curse and Son of a Digger, Calavera and Megalodon, Swamp Thing and Gravedigger. And up first, we have Max D Double X and Wolf's Head. Just coming off of an event win in freestyle is Max D Double X. They are going to be wanting a racing win to match that. Wolf's Head, however, we've not seen on the track for a little while, not since the three-coloured series earlier in the year. They are a second place finisher in a previous event. Can they replicate or go one stage further to win it all tonight? We shall have to wait and see. Wolf's Head in the near lane, Max D in the far. Let's go green for racing. Max D fast out of the gates has the lead, but Wolf's Head coming back at the end there. And what happened? A very chaotic rollover by the looks of things for Max D Double X. They nose over that front engine truck. A little bit too heavy at the front, I don't know, but let's take a look at the replay. There you can see, very close indeed. Wolf's Head hanging in the air for seemingly ages. Meanwhile, Max D is rolling around, and it's going to be Wolf's Head who take the win. Only just. The hang time was enough over the line to take the win. Max D Double X out of the competition. Wolf's Head will progress. Now, ladies and gentlemen, exciting bit of history here. It's the world debut of Swamp Thing 4x4 on any die-cast track across the world. They are taking on Gravedigger. No mean feat here. This is going to be a tough race for Tony Dixon and the crew of Swamp Thing. Gravedigger, meanwhile, lined up in the near lane, ready to do the business. Swamp Thing in that far lane, both are ready to go racing. Fast out of the gates for both trucks, door-to-door racing here. Nosing over was Gravedigger. Swamp Thing, a very smooth run through. I'm not sure who's won it. We are going to need the action replay in just a moment, but Gravedigger now on their lid. Swamp Thing looking A-OK. Let's take a look at that replay, see who's won it. That is very, very close, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very close indeed. I can't call that. We are going to need the line on screen. There you can see it. The officials are saying that it's a draw. They will race again. What a first race there for Swamp Thing to keep pace with Gravedigger, seasoned veteran of the track. It is looking a little bit worse for wear at the moment, being dragged out of the scrapyard and now being turned back over by Dirt Crew. There you can see the dirt just sort of falling out of Gravedigger. That is going to be rough. Can they get it refired? Let's see. Yes, they can. There they go. Racing back to the top of the track where they will go again. Swamp Thing now in the near lane, Gravedigger in the far lane, swapping lanes for the rerun. Let's join them as they head down the track. Fast out of the gates once again, it's Gravedigger just ahead, but Swamp Thing pulls ahead near the end, and now they're over on their lid. Well, the back and forth tonight. They've seen what happens when you're in this near lane, and they've felt it too. Let's take a look. It's going to be Swamp Thing taking out Gravedigger in the first round of racing here. Huge upset win here for Swamp Thing. That was exceptional racing from Tony Dixon. Left nothing on the line. He is now being turned back over by the dirt crew. There you can see the truck is looking a-okay, ready to race again. We will see if they can get back in for later on. It looks okay. And up next, Calavera is going up against Megalodon Fire. This truck looks awesome, as does Calavera in the far lane, Megalodon in the near lane. Both trucks lined up ready to go racing once again. Let's join them as they head down the track. Oh, Megalodon caught them napping. It's going to be a straightforward race for Megalodon there. But what a save at the end there from Calavera. Did you see that? Let's take a look at the replay. Obviously, Megalodon goes flying over the line. Calavera goes sky high onto the back, bounces off of the bus, manages to get it back down onto all four BKTs. That's got to be save of the evening so far. What a run there from Calavera. Unfortunate that it was at least 5 seconds after Megalodon had already crossed the line. Megalodon bowed fast and going on to the next round of racing. It's now time for our final race of round one, Pirate's Curse, debuting for the first time tonight on the track. They're taking on Son of a Digger, who returns from Series Blue earlier in the year. They didn't do too well on that tour. They're hoping for retribution tonight. Can they find it against the debuting Pirate's Curse? We shall find out as they head down the track. Down the track they come, reasonably even out of the gates. Trying for a backflip there, it seemed like it. Pirate's Curse forgot to hit the brakes as they go flying into the scrapyard. Let's take a look. It's going to be Pirate's Curse taking the win. They managed to almost clear that jammer, but that's what bobbled them up, and they headed straight into the rear wall. That's going to be some damage to that truck they're going to need to repair, ready for the next round. Son of a Digger finishes it on the tail. They are out of the competition. Unfortunate for Son of a Digger. It's going to be Pirate's Curse who moves on to the next round. But at what cost? Let's take a look then at those going through. Wolf's Head, Swamp Thing, Megalodon and Pirate's Curse join Monster Mutt Rottweiler, Nightmare, Zombie and Snakebite in round 2 of racing. We're 16 down to 8, and already some huge names out of the competition. Names such as Son of a Digger. We've already lost Gravedigger, Velociraptor, a one-time champion, Max DXX, a one-time champion. We still have, however, in the competition, as I already said, Monster Mutt Rottweiler, who will be taking on Nightmare, Zombie and Snakebite, Wolf's Head and Swamp Thing, and Megalodon and Pirate's Curse. It's Monster Mutt Rottweiler first up to the track. They are going to be taking on Nightmare. 2 debuting trucks tonight. We've obviously seen Monster Mutts before, but this is the first time Rottweiler has joined us on the track. Nightmare, a concept truck looking very cool and really fast earlier on, if a little bit chaotic. Let's see how they do in round 2. It's pretty even out of the gates. Nightmare now pulling ahead very slightly. I don't know if they kept it. Let's take a look at the replay as Nightmare goes over onto their side. Here's that replay. Let's see what happened when these two came across the line. It looked pretty close to me, but it's going to be Nightmare who goes through. Unlucky there for Monster Mutt. Had the better run of the two, but just a little bit too slow this time around. Monster Mutt Rottweiler out of the competition. Nightmare on their side, but through to the next round. Next up, it's Zombie, one-time event champion of Series Red. I said it earlier on, they are taking on Snakebite, who looked good earlier on. They managed to get through to this stage. This is a tough challenge, though, for Snakebite, as they face a champion in their own right in Zombie. We've seen them do very well before. Can they repeat? Down the track, the two come very level out of the gates, but a forward roll there from Zombie might have slowed them down enough for Snakebite to take the win. We will take a look at the slow-mo replay in just a second. Snakebite on their side. Zombie, I'm not sure that they've done enough. Let's take a look. There goes Snakebite over the line. Zombie very close though, forward rolling over the line. We're going to need a freeze frame, I think. No, we're hearing word it is Snakebite. No freeze frame required. Zombie out of the competition. Snakebite will progress. Up next, Wolf's Head is back on the track. They were doing very well, as were their competitors. Swamp Thing They're debuting for the first ever time. They're doing very well so far, taking out Gravedigger so far. And now they're hoping to take out a second place finisher from one of the original Backyard Jam events. Let's see if they can do it. Out of the traps they come, very even down the straight. A forward roll there from Wolf's Head. And I think it's mirror image what we've seen in the last race. Let's take another look. Over goes Swamp Thing across the line first. Wolf's Head got some amazing air off of that jump, but they are out of the competition. Unlucky for Wolf's Head. Swamp Thing debuting. They progress onto the next round. Pirate's Curse returns to the track now to face Megalodon Fire. Megalodon Fire was incredibly quick in their first race. Caught Calavera napping, and they're hoping to do the same here against Pirate's Curse. Pirate's Curse, meanwhile, rolled over in their first race, practically trying to backflip it. Will they do the same here? Down the ramp they come. Megalodon gets the whole shot once again, but Pirate's Curse came back fast. That was a tight race. What a race it was, in fact. Both trucks end up on their sides in the scrapyard. Let's take a look at the slow-mo replay. Here they come. Pirate's Curse, so fast out of the jump, managed to overtake the whole shot of all whole shots that Megalodon had and get the win. What a win it is for Pirate's Curse. There we can see it. Line on the screen. We don't really need it. Pirate's Curse very obviously through to the next round. Megalodon Fire, they go out. Here is the lineup for the semi-finals then. It's going to be Nightmare taking on Snakebite and Swamp Thing versus Pirate's Curse. A lineup I don't think anybody was predicting at the start of tonight, but all have done very well, very deserving of their places in this final. And here they are lined up on the waiting zone. Nightmare, Snakebite, Swamp Thing and Pirate's Curse. And I don't know who I give the advantage to here. All four have been very good so far. Nightmare is up first onto the track, taking on Snakebite. This is going to be an interesting matchup. Nightmare the heavier truck, Snakebite lighter, but perhaps that makes them more nimble. Or perhaps the track will come into play. It's Snakebite in the near lane, Nightmare in the far lane. We're going green for the semi-finals. Down the track they come, door to door here, rolling over. I don't know what happened there, but I think there may well have been some contact. Nightmare upside down, throws Snakebite, got underneath Snakebite, throwing them across the line first. So Snakebite, they're going to get the win. And Nightmare, what a move from them. They finish on all four BKTs, quite surprisingly, I must say, but still out of the competition nonetheless is Nightmare. Snakebite on their side once more, but they will progress. What damage might have been caused there, though, we will have to wait and see if they can make it to the line even. But up next, our second semi-final, Swamp Thing takes on Pirate's Curse, both debuting trucks tonight, and they have done very well to get here so far. Pirate's Curse is in the near lane. It's proven to be the better lane so far tonight. Swamp Thing in the far lane. They've got it all to play for. Let's see them down the track. Down the track they come. It's Swamp Thing just ahead. Pirate's Curse came back but rolled it at the end there. I'm not sure who won. Both finish on all four BKTs. Here they come across the line, very close indeed. That is too tight to call. We're going to need the overlay here. Let's see who got it at the line. Let's take a look. By the tread depth, it's Swamp Thing. The Swampy crew ran a very clean race there. I'm so pleased it's them going through. But commiserations to Pirate's Curse. Awesome racing all night long. Swamp Thing makes it through to the final. And not something I'd have predicted. It's going to be Swamp Thing against Snakebite in the final. Two trucks both debuting tonight, their very first show. And for Swamp Thing, their very first die-cast appearance in any racing series on YouTube. A massive, massive win for them to get this far so far. And now, can they get the final win that they need to wrap up this Cinderella story? They have Snakebite in their way. But Swamp Thing is the first coming to the track. I imagine the crew are just so happy to get to this stage of the competition, let alone to win it potentially if they can race well here. They have run some very clean races tonight. Snakebite, meanwhile, has spent most of the evening on their side. I wonder what damage that they may have sustained, but they are rolling up to the line as well. Both are ready for racing. Both are cleared by safety. we are going to have a race, ladies and gentlemen, between Swamp Thing and Snakebite. I'm so excited for this one. We're going to crown our inaugural Throttle Thriller champion right now. Down the track they come, door-to-door Snakebite with an early lead and a rollover at the end there. Nothing new for Snakebite here. Another clean race from Swamp Thing, and is that enough for them to get the win? We are going to take a look at the slow-mo replay. I'm not too sure. There it is. The back tyre of Snakebite came round. I'm not sure if it got across the line first though. On first viewing it seems to be Swamp Thing. Let's get this absolutely right. Get the line on screen. There you can see it, the tyre is behind the line. Swamp Thing, by a full tyre length, is your inaugural Throttle Thriller champion here on Backyard Jam in their debut across the world. An amazing win for Swamp Thing. They are the Throttle Thriller 2023 champions. And now if you'll join me in congratulating them as they return to the track, Swamp Thing. There they are, the Throttle Thriller champions, Swamp Thing. A massive congratulations to them. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned, there is an encore on the way. We will see you again in the future for more Backyard Jam. Bye-bye. The trucks have been loud tonight. So loud, in fact, that they could wake the dead. You've seen the zombie invasion. Now prepare for the apocalypse. Zombie and its 6 other counterparts will take part in tonight's encore. Zombie Skeleton, Surf, Nitro, Maneater, Trucker, and Burns make up a pyramid. And for tonight's awesome stunt, all Barry Masawa and the regular zombie need do is jump this pyramid. So without further ado, Barry makes his way to the top of the track, getting prepared. And while he does, it's time for us to crank up the jeopardy and light the beacon that will guide his way. Beside this waking nightmare, this undead dread, the carnage incarnate, is a towering inferno, real flames for our diecast track. So 6 trucks to jump, avoid the fire, end up in the graveyard after. A simple enough stunt, you would think. Months of tireless work have been put into planning and organising this stunt, and we thank the team behind it who have helped to create what is going to be a phenomenal moment in diecast monster truck history. And we're hearing word that Barry is set, and so we join him on the track. The gates are locked, and they're about to be opened. Down comes Barry, down the track, good head of steam behind him, up to the jump, way over the stack, comes down hard on the back end of that truck, but he won't mind that. Zombie clears the pyramid. That was awesome. Let's take a look at the replay. Out of the gates came Barry, Zombie flying down the track, ready to take on the pyramid, and does so, leaving a good air gap between him and the stack. Comes down hard, but that pyramid stays standing. And Barry wants a second crack, he's saying. So we join him back at the top of the track. He has made his way there, the truck. We don't know what sort of state it's in, but safety have passed him for a second pass. And so, let's join him as he heads down once more. The gates are open, down comes Zombie, a little bit rickety wobbly this time, up, over, just touches the top of Burns, but manages to get over once more without knocking the tower over. The truck is on its side. That is it for Zombie tonight, but let's take a look at the awesome replay. Out of the gates he came, the truck looks a little bit worse for wear after the first jump. It would, wouldn't it? Managed just to get a high five wheel tap onto the hand of Burn Zombie, but manages to clear the stack once again. Double run there from Bari Musawa. What a run it was. What a double run it was, in fact. The stack stays standing. Bari Musawa completes the zombie apocalypse.